Hello everyone, and welcome back to your Yin Yoga practice. Today we continue our series of the Yamas, focusing on the third Yama, Asteya, meaning non-stealing. Today you will need one block and a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can do like me and take one of your big couch cushions. And today we will make our way, beginning in a seated position. So come to any comfortable seat, cross your legs, you can kneel or extend your legs forward, but make sure you have your sit bones on the ground and your spine can be lengthened up tall. And as you close your eyes, just bringing your awareness inwards to the natural rhythm of your breath. Shifting your focus to the area of the mouth and nose. Feeling where the breath is rising and falling in the body. Maybe you feel it in the belly or the chest. Just sitting with this sensation, knowing that this breath is enough. And when you're ready, just slowly open the eyes. We're going to do a 3-part breath now, in through the belly, through the chest, through the shoulders. So when you're ready, closing down your eyes, we'll breathe together. Take an inhale to prepare and an exhale to clear. And begin slowly sending the breath into the bottom of the belly, then into the chest, and then into the shoulders. And out through the shoulders, out through the chest, and out through the belly. In through the belly, chest, shoulders, out through the shoulders, chest and belly. And just do this at your own pace for a few more rounds, slow and focused. And if the mind wanders off, that's okay, bringing it back to the exercise of this simple breath. Enjoying your final round of breath now, fully focused and aware. And then once you've finished your final breath out, start to slowly spiral the torso in a little circle. So we take the ribs over to one side and then forward and round to the other. Getting the shoulders involved, maybe the head gets involved, just beginning to spiral the upper body. And going the other way, really enjoying this embodied movement, waking up the spine in a slow, kind way. Slowly make your way back to center when you're ready, and on your next breath in, start to take a deep inhale and rise the arms up to the sky. Look up as you lift the palms high, and then take the right hand forward, the left arm back for an open twist. And then your next inhale brings the arms back up, the left hand forward, right arm back for a twist. And again, inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, twist. And then taking that right hand onto the left knee for a little seated twist. And you can explore here by dipping the left ear to the left shoulder just to feel a stretch on the right side. And just make little movements with the chin going up and down as you floss the fascia on the right side of the neck. And just enjoy a bit of self-study here where it feels sticky. And then breathing in, reaching both arms high, take that twist the other side, left hand to right knee. And then the right ear can dip towards the right shoulder. And then you can kind of be inquisitive with the chin, making movements up and down, starting to floss the fascia on the left side of the neck. Breathing deep as you do so. No pushing, no thriving, just a softness here. And coming back round to center, remove any props you have underneath you and meet me in butterfly with the soles of the feet together. Now grab a hold of the tops of the feet or the ankles and start making little flaps with the knees. Just to gently open up the hip sockets, enjoy. And then on an inhale, come to stillness, lengthen the spine. And on your exhale, fold your forehead towards your feet. Doesn't matter if the spine rounds here, we're looking for a nice deep dive with the chin. So maybe some of you want to grab a block or a bolster to support your forehead or chin. Further option to take your hands onto your knees for an extended hip stretch. Otherwise, finding any comfortable position for the next few minutes where you can take the tongue away from the roof of the mouth and come to your first part of stillness. As you settle into your first pose, can you notice if you have any urge to change this moment? Perhaps go a little deeper, perhaps to escape, perhaps you have an opinion or your mind is making up stories. Asteya often translates to non-stealing. This Yama asks us a beautiful question. What am I trying to take because I've forgotten that this moment is already enough? When we are always rushing into the next thing, we steal time from ourselves. When we are constantly comparing our lives to others, we steal joy from ourselves. When we are constantly prioritizing work over rest, we steal peace from ourselves. So here, really allow yourself to surrender to the fact that this moment is perfect just how it is. Taking your last, final breath there, sinking a little deeper. Beautiful work, guys. Slowly lifting up the spine when you're ready. Take any props away and just extend the right leg forward. Left foot stays into the right inner thigh. Take the fingers on the floor and then reach the left arm up and over to twist and take a hold of the outer right leg. You'll then slide the left hand down towards the right ankle. You may choose to bring a block or a pillow underneath the side of your head, reaching the right fingertips back for a side half butterfly fold today. So please make sure the tongue isn't pressing towards the roof of your mouth and that the shoulders aren't scrunching towards your ears. You can relax them down. And with your eyes closed in this moment, without changing the breath, can you just notice how perfectly the breath moves in and out of your body? Without strain, without effort, just ease. Let your torso fall a little deeper with gravity as you enjoy your last few breaths here, bowing down the mind. Beautiful, guys. Slowly lifting the spine. We're taking a big twist to the left over the bent leg. Turn all the way to face the other side of the mat. Stand into both hands and lift that left knee towards left wrist for sleeping swan. Now you might want your pillow handy. Take your fingertips wide off the mat. Little shoulder floss as you floss the right shoulder to the center, looking towards the left armpit. Inhale, coming back to center. Floss the left shoulder down towards the middle of the mat. Inhale, coming back to center. Right shoulder flossing to the middle. One more. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, left shoulder flosses to the center. Press into your fingers, lift the spine up. And then we take our fold forward over the bolster or coming onto forearms. I like to turn one cheek on the side. Make sure the spine is long and the shoulders are relaxed down as you settle in for 2 minutes of stillness in Sleeping Swan. Try and stay soft here. Allow the weight of your body to be held by the floor and the bolster. Notice if your mind has gone somewhere else. How often does this mind leave the present moment to live in the next? Planning, worrying, fixing. Without even noticing, we steal today's presence for tomorrow's possibilities. And yet tomorrow never arrives. Yoga reminds us that the only thing that really exists is this breath. So watch your next inhale and exhale, feeling the richness of this present moment. The more present you become, the richer your life becomes. And that's what we're teaching ourselves to do in this practice, to be here now. Take your final breath as if it was precious. Beautiful work, guys. Slowly, when you're ready, lift up your spine. Just tuck the back toes and slide that front knee backwards to child's pose, dropping the hips over your heels, the forehead down onto the ground or a block. Let this child's pose bring you into a quiet space with yourself. Taking a few breaths, feeling the ribs expand. And slowly, I'd like you to bring your palms just next to your ears. And then we're going to roll the forehead backwards so the crown of the head is on the floor. Any head or neck issues, please stay in child's pose. Otherwise, this rabbit pose with the crown of the head on the floor is a beautiful release for any mind fog. Slowly coming back up to a kneeling position, make your way onto all fours and take the feet round again to extend forward. This time the left leg stays forward, The right knee bends right foot into the inner left thigh, taking the right hand up and over to the outside of the left thigh and then sliding that right hand towards the left ankle for again that side half butterfly twist where we bow our head down. The Yama Asteya teaches us that comparison is the ultimate thief of our joy. Ask yourself, how many times have I compared myself to others' lives, wanted somebody else's body, relationship, job, or car? This constant comparison can trick our brains into thinking that we are not enough just as we are. Yet we must remember that the sun does not compare itself to the moon, nor do the flowers try bloom brighter than the one next to it. Every part of nature has its own unique expression, and so do you. Take your final breath into this release, and then whenever you're ready, slowly lift the spine, take a twist over to the right, ground your hands down, and flip the front knee towards the right wrist for sleeping swan. And again, taking the fingertips wide on the mat, just slow spinal rolls. This time, lower your chest down to the center, elbows flare. And on your inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, slow wave of the spine down. And inhale, curling back up. On your final one, exhale, lower down onto forearms, a block, or your pillow for resting, sleeping swan. Start to deepen your breaths, letting the earth receive your entire body weight now, surrendering into the floor. Let your inhale create some space, and your exhale, you let something heavy go. Beautiful, guys. Slowly lifting back up. Just slide the front foot back and grab a hold of your bolster or pillow. We're going to lie on it with the belly almost in a reverse shavasana, I call this surrender pose. So let your shoulders splay forward, the arms extend down, and the forehead on a block or the floor. And just really allow yourself to feel a surrender of all effort, mentally, physically, emotionally. If you're someone who is a high achiever, you like to please others, or you've just worked incredibly hard your whole life, please allow yourself to rest and drop it all. For when we work so hard externally, we steal from our own rest. We steal our own energy to please others. Melt into the floor and begin to soak in this energy for yourself. Take your last few breaths there. On your exhale, become heavier into the mat. Wonderful, guys. Slowly press the hands outside the ribs to come up onto all fours. Just take a moment to turn the fingers to the edges of your mat and just rock a little side to side or round, just to stretch out the wrists and the hands. We'll then make our way into Anahatasana heart melting pose. If you need a bolster or the block, you can take it under your chest or a block underneath your forehead. But when you're ready, allowing the heart to melt down low and the hips stay above the knees, shining the sit bones to the sky. Asteya invites us to move through life with openness instead of clenched fists. So here I want you to breathe an openness through your chest. Open to receive and open to let go. What is meant for you will not require you to steal from anyone else or yourself. Breathe in this openness for a final breath. Well done. Slowly lifting up out of that one. Make your way onto your back by taking the feet forward and round. And we're going to grab the block for a supported bridge pose. So drawing your knees in, give a few ankle rolls or a side to side sway. And then placing both of the feet onto the ground, stand into your feet to lift your hips in order to slide the block underneath your sacrum, which is the flat bone at the bottom of the spine. Option to place arms on the ground, face down, or option to float your arms overhead, catching your elbows. A final extended option here is to extend both legs long so the ankles reach the corners of your mat. But please choose an option which is suitable for your lower back. And here, this pose doesn't ask you to do anything in particular other than just surrender. Surrendering to gravity and surrendering to time. So as you relax deeper into this pose, we begin to open ourselves up. On a physical level, the heart, the stomach, and the hips are opening. But on a deeper level, we're opening ourselves up to what life has planned for us. You see, we get caught up in all of life's expectations, what we should be doing, how our lives should be lived. Yet when we do this, we steal from our own trust that the universe has all the most amazing things planned out just for us. The Yama Asteya asks us not to close ourselves off to what life is trying to teach us. Everything is happening to you with perfect divine timing. So whatever you're going through, whether it's a high or a low, can you breathe into this moment and soften into the sensations that arise? Taking your final deepest breath now, in through your nose and maybe out through your mouth. Beautiful, guys. Just slowly bending one knee when you're ready and then the other, placing the feet on the ground. Float the arms by your hips and then lift both feet up to the sky for supported shoulder stand. You can stay here with the feet nice and relaxed, softening the knees, and an option is to bring the palms on the front of the thighs to support your legs. You can deepen the knees if this is too much for the hamstrings or lower back. And just close your eyes and begin to feel gravity pouring the blood from your toes, through your ankles, down the legs, into your hips, into your belly, the chest, and into your face and brain. And just really enjoy this moment in this pose, the most restorative pose in our yoga practice. And just for a moment, don't rush out of this one. Don't steal from the moment by living in the next. Enjoy your final deep breath, feeling the belly rise as you inhale and the belly fall as you exhale. When you are ready, slowly bending your knees, placing the feet down onto the ground, lifting your hips, removing any props from underneath you, and extending your legs for your final pose, Shavasana. Making sure the shoulders aren't scrunching up towards the ears, you rest them down. The jaw is nice and relaxed and the eyes are closed. And as you rest in this stillness, just remember there is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do in this moment. Asteya is more than not taking from others. It is choosing not to take from yourself. Not stealing today's joy by worrying about tomorrow. Not stealing your peace by wishing you were somewhere elsewhere. Not stealing your own worth by believing you need to become somebody better. Because life has never asked for you to force what is meant for you, only to trust life itself. So in these final moments, can you surrender your body to the earth, finally letting go of the need to control, chase, or improve? And trust what you have within will always be enough as you are. I leave you now to rest in this reflection for a few minutes. And please don't steal from your own rest by leaving too early. Allow yourself this deep rest that you so dearly deserve. Namaste.